Shh, we're on our way to Luden's Sparrowhawk hideout. Oh, wait, I wasn't supposed to say that out loud. We're on our way to Luden's special place where we're going to stay for the night. The leader of the special place says some really weird things, and then expects us to read her mind, I guess. And then Luden gets embarrassed because we can't read her mind. Did he seem off to you? A little flustered? Maybe it's just me.
Luden will walk in, he will immediately try and find Hinnavi and be like, I'm so sorry. I forgot there was actually 4 of us. We have a god with us. And he will just gesture to Cassius. To be like,
you have a god with you?
Yes.
Is that is that a nickname or
saying that now?
But it's okay.
So, next we decide to split up. Team research versus team poison making. Now, as you know, I love libraries, so I might have gotten a little distracted in there. Esperise was looking for a book on the Fae. I don't know why she didn't just ask Samson all her questions. While Uri and Luden were trying to search for books relevant to the mission, they found some pretty promising stuff.
Can I help you?
I'm hoping so. I'm looking for a couple of books, actually. I was wondering, did you have any sections on the histories of thieves' guilds and some more, maybe fantastical stories about people losing their shadows?
He again gives you a look for a moment, and he's just like, do we have any books on the history of thieves' guilds?
Do libraries have a due date? You mean I have to give them back even if I'm not done with them yet? I don't get that. Access to knowledge shouldn't have a due date. Anyway, Samson and Praeria have a talk about her family and how time moves in the Feywild. Samson even shares a little of his experience, hoping it'll help her feel a little less lost.
Hey, yeah, speaking of time and all that fun stuff, how are you dealing with them being over there and us being over here?
I suppose I'm not. It doesn't feel real, so it isn't. I mean, like, I know, but it's strange. At least I have things to do. I will do those things. And I will feel about it when the time comes to feel about it.
They decide to hide the Vardo so our presence won't be as easily noticed. Hennevi wasn't pleased, but I think they did a good job. I mean, where else would you hide something other than a hideaway? It's in the name. Uri, Samson, and I disguise ourselves and head to the tavern to listen in on all the rumors there. We figure that maybe we'll be able to find information to get us closer to Ermir's father. And as it turns out, he did.
I don't know how useful it is, but my father's masterwork has something to do with Sweet Mesa.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Does it really?
Yes.
Did your father make psychedelic robots?
We've cracked it. We've got it, boy.
He was a very talented man. I feel like if he wanted to make psychedelic robots, he totally could.
Some people over in Keshe believe that Sweet Mesa allows you to talk to the dead. Like, allows them to manifest on this plane. The experiences, I've never seen it, never had the reason to. But yeah, it allows them to appear.
That you talk to the dead.
It's better than that though. It's they almost manifest on the material plane.
Turns out, running in a dress is as hard as it looks, but I had to rush if I was going to sneak out and find Cyprian. Look, I know the party decided not to associate with him, but I needed to get answers for myself. And apparently, Samson thought the same exact thing and decided not to tell us. Cyprian and I go somewhere a little more secluded so we can talk. And we do talk. Honestly. Truthfully.
You step in the ring, I'm guessing?
Yes.
You stole something from me. I know who you are working for, so there's no need to pretend. Your employer. They must be working for someone else. Do you know who?
Stole something from you?
Yes, Please, try. He kind of like looks down at the ring as like kind of looking at if you drew it correctly for a moment, and he goes, "You stole my weeping vial."
Oh. I mean, we didn't really steal it. We didn't know who it belonged to in the first place.
So your employer didn't tell you it was stolen? I guess that makes sense. He kind of like he kind of like searches through his mind as this is kind of changed a little bit.
The weeping vial we found down in the mother's lair was his. The box Iveri had me deliver to Desmadonna was to get him off her trail. He's been around this entire time. How someone like him can remain so hidden is beyond me. I mean, look at him, he's... Well, anyway, so we're discussing this. Cyprian suddenly gets... interrupted?
Apologies. Mother was checking in. And he looks very irritated and just rolling his eyes and just like there's this sense of just utter hate for whoever just barged in. Like visceral hate and despisement.
Did you say mother? Is your mother talking to you through those rings?
That is what I am allowed to call her, but trust me, I would love to call her very many other things. No, he kind of looks down. The ring tells me when she's listening. Wasn't allowed to get something that would keep her from barging in, of course. But this, is my loophole, essentially.
Okay. Who is that exactly? Is it somebody you work for?
Would put it more like that. She is inviting people to her party.
And
if you can call it that.
Are we supposed to Are we really supposed to?
No, you're not supposed... No,
okay, that's good.
None of it. It's just not to raise suspicions with her. She's Mother Lilith de Mise.
It was strange. I thought at first the rings on his fingers might have been talking to him, but as it turns out, it was a woman. A woman he was not very fond of at all by the look of it. Cyprian opened up a little during our conversation. According to him, he was a close friend of Cassius's over 3,000 years ago, and for some reason, he needs to apologize to him. In the end, we come to an agreement.
And I felt like we're becoming such close friends very closely, very quickly.
Good to know.
He just winks at you.
All right, well... If I convince my party that you should be able to speak to Cassius, then you can show us where those crevices are then. And maybe how to get through them without all the other stuff happening.
I mean, I'm so good at being quiet. Nobody knowing me. being there, I could.
Maybe even do an extra favor and scout ahead and see what you find?
Make a persuasion check with that one.
I don't know how I'm going to convince the party that this is a good idea. I know I went against our collective decision, but you know what? I'm not sorry I did. I do believe Cyprian is genuine. I do believe at some point in time he was a true friend to Cassius. Otherwise, why would he go to such great lengths to try and find him? Lilith Demise. Who is she? And why is she collecting people, calling them her children? None of it sounds good. But maybe I should hold off judgment before we meet her, because I'm sure we're bound to meet her. She has Micah, after all.
I must go meet this fire genasi, apparently. The name was something ridiculous and impetuous. Micah? Or Michael?
Micah, what is he doing all the way out here? And what does she plan to do with him? The only way to find out is to join us Monday, 7:30 Central, on the next episode of Fate's End. I gotta get back now. They're probably wondering where I am. But you know where the hideout is. Don't worry, I'm sure Ludin won't mind if I tell you.